Hey everyone, this is Nick from Mecha Warehouse, and today we're here to shoot kind of a different video, something that we're probably going to do again in the future, hopefully, which is kind of a Gunpla Plamo news kind of video to talk about some of the new announcements and new kits that were recently announced. So Bandai recently did what was called Next Phase 2021 Autumn, and that was their announcement for kits that are coming out basically in the late spring, early summer kind of time frame for next year. And so I guess let's just get right into it. Things are broken into 5 days. The first day I think was not as interesting for most of you. They announced a few kits, a new Kamen Rider Ghost, the Kamen Rider Ghost, the Pokepla Arceus, I believe, Ultraman Suit Taro Action, and a Explore Nature Labs Mammoth. The one that was most interesting of those four to me was the Mammoth, because it seems kind of like those imaginary skeleton kits that they came out with the dinosaurs. But this one actually has the skeleton and essentially the outer armor, if we think of it in Gunpla parlance, where it's got the fur and the outside skin or whatever to it. Seems interesting, might be kind of cool for kids as like a science project kind of thing, but I found that sort of interesting. The second day, things got a little more interesting though. There was a new Demon Slayer kit, Devil Model and Juro Purgatory, so another Demon Slayer kit, probably like the prior one that was basically non-articulating. Might be interesting to those who are into Demon Slayer. There's also a new Figurize Standard Dukemon Gallantmon kit announced. So this kind of like the War Greymon, where they recently decided to do a Figurize Standard. They released a whole lot of Figurize Standard amplified kits, which are basically based on the Digimon designs, but mechanized and made to look more like robots and have that kind of feel to it. And they seem to be going back now and making truer to the original animation kind of designs. And the Dukemon Gallantmon appears to be one of the next ones they're going to do. So the most interesting announcement from day 2, though, were the 30-minute missions kits. 2 new ones, the Reaver Nova and Garda Nova. The Reaver Nova appears to have very much a kind of a Dom type design to it. Very, very chunky, big legs. I think it's going to be very popular for people. Just large, thick kind of design, big guns, big armor, stuff like that. And the Garda Nova appears to be almost like an aquatic suit from the UC timeline. Big, kind of lanky arms. Both of these are mono eyes, and I think both of those are going to be very popular. And they look cool. They've got me interested and excited to try building one, which I think is a good sign. So be interested to see those when they come out. All right, next up, day 3 was mainly dominated by full mechanics kits from that AIM series. There appears to be 2 of them. The Miles Kembu, which appears to be coming, at least in the initial release, with some clear armor in addition to the opaque armor, and the AIM Ghost. The Ghost is another design from that show. Day 4, though, back to really interesting stuff. I think the most exciting announcement for day 4 was the entry grade New Gundam. If you've played with any of the entry grades that have come out so far, basically the RX-78, there's a few entry grades from other series. I think there's a Dragon Ball Z entry grade. But the entry grade RX-78 had great articulation, super easy to put together, good color separation, and at a really low price point. It was a great way to get in, and I think a lot of experienced builders were actually picking them up and building with them as well because of being super easy to paint and stuff, because of how simple the builds were. They're now moving on to doing the same thing with the New Gundam, which I anticipate will be another easy inexpensive kit, probably a great way to paint a 1/144 scale kit, and a great kit for newcomers to the hobby. They also announced two new SD Gundam World Heroes kits as well. The Warlock Aegis Gundam and the Night Strike Gundam. I won't talk too much about those, but those SD Gundam World Heroes seem to be interesting designs, kind of in the vein of the old Soketsu Den SD line, and those will be coming out this spring as well. Finally, though, I think the biggest day of the whole thing, and probably on purpose, was the last day. The biggest, most exciting announcement from that is the next real grade, the real grade God Gundam, which we'll talk about this one for a little bit. I was never really into G Gundam, maybe just because I haven't seen it, so I'll have to go do that now. But it appears that they're putting a ton of articulation into the real grade God Gundam. I think best highlighted by we'll call it the Jean-Claude Van Damme pose here, with the full split like it's riding on a pair of Volvo trucks. They appear to be trying to get that extreme articulation that kind of mimics the show. The God Gundam is supposed to be a hand-to-hand combat fighting type of machine, and I think they're really striving to achieve that, the kind of articulation you need to get those poses. And from the pictures, it looks like they have gotten very, very close, if not all the way there, which is incredible. It'll be really exciting to see that kind of pan out in the plastic when they finally make it, and I'm sure that one will be a very popular kit. They also announced two other kits. There's another full mechanics kit from Gundam Seed. This one is the Raider Gundam, so kind of in line with the Calamity that came out relatively recently. Another 1/100, not master grade, so a little bit less parts, a little bit simpler build. Looks like a really interesting design. I don't think they have put out any images of, even CG images of what it will look like, though, just box art images, but it looks like it will be pretty cool. And they've also announced that there is going to be a kit from the new Iron-Blooded Orphan series. They haven't done anything but put out a silhouette for it, so no idea what it really looks like, but it'll be exciting to see more images from that come out soon. So that's basically all I got. Please let me know down in the comments what kind of stuff, what kind of information you'd like in the future. We'll hopefully go in much more depth on at least certain kits next time around. It'll be hopefully a little bit less last minute. Let us know what you're interested in, maybe other brands, other types of products, things like that. And thank you for watching. See you next time.